Hello, my name is Noah. I'm the captain on board Extra Nauti, which is a Lagoon 50 here in the US and BVIs.
And my name is Stephanie, and I'm your chef on board.
Great, guys. So, what inspired you to join the yachting industry down here in the Virgin Islands?
So for me, I've grown up on the west coast of Ireland. I came from a small seafaring village. I started sailing when I was about 5 years old. My mum used to sail. My grandparents have been at sea, so it's been in my blood since I've been young. I went through doing sailing courses, and then from there went on and got a qualification in teaching, so I can instruct keelboats, dinghies, and racing. So I spent 3 years down at my local club, teaching younger people and older as well how to sail and get them involved in the sport. From there, I moved on to operating a 15 to 20 boat flotilla in areas around the Adriatic. I was in charge of logistics, safety, crew organisation, and event planning. From there, got to meet some amazing people who put me on to life working in the US and BVIs. 2 seasons ago, I came out, and I've just loved it ever since and haven't want to go back.
Yeah, and I'm from Sweden, from the west coast. Grew up on the water with my grandfather, who's a big sailor, and he used to also come here to the Caribbean. Actually, he just sent me a picture from when he was in Chile in 1978. So it's good to be back here. But when I was 18 years old, I moved to Cape Verde, which is 10 islands off the west coast of Africa, which is obviously surrounded by the ocean, where I'm driven to go by. And I got introduced to a catamaran there, and really loved being on the water. So after that, I did my qualifications up to a day skipper, which makes me compatible to work on the outside of the vessel as well, which I really love. And yeah, just being on the water is where I feel like I belong. So I've done a few different boats around, and ultimately wanted to end up here in the Caribbean. So I'm very happy to be here now, after about 5 years of getting here. And yeah, I did my culinary training with Le Cordon Bleu and Ashburton. Also have my diploma in nutrition and gastronomy, which is very big for me, and I try to implement my food with nutrients for the body and the soul, which is important.
Amazing. So, can you guys share a memorable story from one of your charters?
Yeah, so for me, probably the most memorable one was I had a couple who were dating for, I believe, 15 years. And the whole time throughout the week, the soon-to-be husband kept coming up to me asking me for recommendations on proposal spots throughout the BVIs. So I'd recommended to him that the Baths in Virgin Gorda was his best place to do it. So that morning we went to the Baths nice and early, about 7:30. We're only people in the Baths, and that's where he got down on one knee and proposed to his wife.
Yeah, my most memorable story would be when one morning all of us woke up very early, and it was the sunrise, and the sky was all different kind of colors, and we see one dolphin, and all of us go to the bow of the boats. Going up there, we're seeing 20 plus dolphins all around the vessel, just jumping and making sounds, and it was truly such a beautiful moment to share with all of us. And the guests were noticeably happy about it. Yeah, it was amazing, and the whole day we were talking about the whole story, and it's something that I'm still thinking of today.
Incredible. What a cool story. So, what are your favorite activities to do with guests on board?
For me, obviously coming from the sort of instructing background that I had when I was a little bit younger, I love getting the guests involved with the boat, showing them the ropes, teaching them knots, how to sail, how sails work, the kind of science behind it. So yeah, any sort of time, it's always great having someone sit beside me and able to pass on the knowledge that I've learned over my however many years of sailing, pass it on to guests, and always at the end of the day try to encourage them to get into a new sport or to pick up a new hobby. And for me, sailing is a great one.
Yeah, and I love to share my recipes. from sharing recipes from my home country, Sweden, which is quite unfamiliar from a lot of people, Scandinavian cuisine. I love to do that. Or just sharing recipes that you will trying throughout the charter and being in help in a way that I can really. And sharing is caring.
Very cool. All right, so what is your favorite feature about the boat?
For me, on this Lagoon 50, I love the sort of indoor-outdoor feel of it. Obviously, you've got the nice close-off doors, so if you've been in the sun all day, you want to come inside, you can cool off, have nice cool AC in your cabins or in the galley and saloon area with the lovely C-shaped couch. You can really just relax, cool off, and then when you want, you can head back outside then to the back area with the wet bar, and you can help yourself to a drink, swim off the sugar scoops. So that divide between inside and outside is definitely my favorite feature on this boat.
Agreed as well, but one of the better ones would probably be the bow, where you have two nets reaching the whole bow of the boat, which really gives a feeling of like being a part of the ocean, and I think that's something that would be memorable for all people coming aboard to have that feeling, even if underway or anchored on a mooring pole or something like that. It's truly a special feature.
Definitely. So what areas in the Virgin Islands do you love to take guests to that they really enjoy?
So my personal favourite is a little bay called Little Harbour on Peter Island. It's where you go in, we stern tie the boats to the shore, so either to like a tree or a rock or something like that, and we stay there for the night. It's a really beautiful place, it's crystal clear waters, it's always flat calm, no wind, and it's always just where you see sort of crude charter boats. Obviously because we have the experience of going into those areas, so it's a little bit more of a niche spot. It's a great place then to get out all the water toys, the paddle boards, sea scooters, wakeboards, get the mask and snorkels on as well, because it's a great place for snorkeling with turtles. You'll always see them popping their heads up, swimming around the boats, and then they're very friendly. You get in and have a snorkel with them as well.
My favorite spot would probably be Sandy Spit. I remember first time taking other guests there and myself. It's such a beautiful place. It's a small little island with a few palm trees on it and just sand surrounded by water, and it's really giving that Caribbean vibe that you were all looking for.
Corona Island is called, isn't it? Snoop Dogg and Adam Sandberg, I think, had an advertisement on that island before.
Yeah. So
it's well known for that as well. I've had guests recreate the advertisement as well. It's quite funny.
Interesting. Very cool. All right. So when it's not charter season, what do you guys like to do in the off season?
Obviously, first thing is to go back home to the west of Ireland, meet up with friends and family and catch them up, because obviously for coming out of such a small place, it's an interesting job that I have, so I have to answer the 10 questions 100 times over from everyone. But that's always great to catch up with friends and see what's changed since you've been away. And then also the traveling as well. So it gives 2 months off. You have the opportunity to travel all around the world. So I've done Portugal, Spain, done the States. Hopefully maybe next season might sort of look to more Southeast Asia for a couple of weeks to a month, just to really expand my horizons, I suppose.
Yeah, and obviously for me it's the same. First thing is to go back to Sweden, to my little hometown, meet childhood friends and family, as well as traveling as much as I can, even though I live on this beautiful spot. I do appreciate the travel. I like to go back to Cape Verde, where I lived for 3 years. One of my favorite spots is here in the Caribbean is also Barbados, which I like to go back to. So yeah.
Very cool. All right, so Stephanie, let's talk about some of your food. Describe one of your dishes that guests love, and who or what influences your culinary style.
I would say one of the dishes that I make would be slow-cooked short ribs. That's always a hit. It's comforting, it's nutritious, and using locally sourced ingredients from the island just makes the dish pitch perfect, really. And it's something that I really like to do, and I would also love to share that recipe with you guys. It makes the whole salon smells amazing, and you can smell it throughout the day and get excited for your dinner.
Very good. And so where did you get your influence of culinary from?
It's coming from various different places. I have a cousin who's a Michelin star chef, so my plating is definitely from him. I got my dad who taught me a lot of things growing up, and I think that's where the flavors come from, the seasoning and the love. And the culinary cuisines would be from my travels, just being in different places, trying local food, and get my inspiration from there.
Yeah, so thank you guys for listening. We look forward to hopefully seeing you on board Extra Naughty in the coming season. Thank you.
Can't wait to see you.